welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I have another unboxing of WizKids miniatures. This time a brick of Icons of the Realms Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. They're the larger size boxes, which is fun. Eight boxes in a brick. Each brick should have 4 figures. Hope I don't get that. I've gotten a couple of these. I think both of them, at least one of them, maybe both of them have had a Froghemoth. But I've gotten a couple just loose boxes, because this is not the newest set at this point. But I haven't gotten a brick yet, which means there's still a lot of holes in the collection. Okay then. A lot of holes in collection, and there's still room for more duplicates, of course. A Froghemoth, which I already have at least one of, I think maybe 2 of. You know what? If you get enough of them, I can make a pretty ridiculous encounter if I just fill a room with a bunch of Froghemoths. You know, my players have had, you know, an encounter on the roadside with a Froghemoth that's using its tendrils out of the forest to try and pull them off the road. But they haven't entered a room with like a half dozen Froghemoths and had to fight a swarm of them. Alright, it's fine. Ironic. Another one that I know I've gotten... two of at this point, which I think... the Tenrook is a rare, but this one I didn't mind when I got my second one. I don't mind having more. This is one that definitely feels like I could do a group of. It's like a orc demon thing. Is this no Flynn? Yep. Now, I don't know if the Flynn I have is the same Flynn or if it was from another set, but this box is looking familiar to me. And Typhwing Battlemaster. Like I said, I think I got 2 boxes from this set, and I think between them I might have all 4 of the figures that are were in this box. But in theory, that gets duplicates out of the way, so moving forward, I can get new stuff. Because, like I said, lots of stuff that I don't have. Like that. Yes! That. Much better. The Remoraz. The adult Remoraz. I do not have. It's one that I wanted. Oh, man. See detail in this that I have not seen in the little images. I can see of it online. Just look at its eyes. Also, I'm noticing like the stone that it's crawling over is like silver, or maybe it's like ice, but the fire and ice creatures. And this is to grab a wizard here for scale. It's a big one, and that is fun for me. I like the big ones. They're impressive to throw down on the table. So that's exciting. Yeah, there were a few good rares, so glad to have that. A flying sword. Simple, but I mean useful. Oh, a piercer. So a little drop down from the cave ceiling to attack. If I remember correctly, that's its only form of attack, is dropping down, then it has to crawl back to the ceiling. Yeah. And we have a Gnome Inquisitive. This little gnome guy with a... not sure what this is. Is this a wand, maybe? I don't know. He's definitely got a magnifying glass, and that's cool. That's a neat little guy. Itty bitty. Itty bitty mini. His gnome. Box 2 was better than box 1. Let's see how box 3 treats us. Oh. So, that is awesome. Oh, okay. So we have the Beholder Zombie. And I don't have any, like, Beholder minis. I guess I have some off-brand, ones, but not quite Beholders. But this is gnarly. And it's very glossy, which makes it look slimy or wet, which increases the factor. It also just makes the eyes shine. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And that's the kind of thing, like, with this mini, like, it wouldn't take all that much work if you wanted to repaint this as not a zombie version. So. Cool. Oh, is this frog? Yep. We get our Grung Elite Warrior. Little tree frog person. Very cute. We have a gray ooze. It's an ooze. Generic, whatever, but throw it in your dungeon. It makes for an encounter. And oh yeah. Intellect Devourer. This is so tiny. It almost would fit in the head of a mini, basically. That is cool. That is very cool. They made it like that's it, but it's a little brain with legs. And the problem is I need a bunch of these. In box 4. Okay, very cool. This, I suppose, is one that's probably pretty unique to the set, the Scoundar, but it's like a robot scorpion that's shooting lightning out of its stinger. But I'm like, I may not be running the adventure, but this just seems cool. This seems like something I can come up with a use for. Plus, again, large scale makes for impressive encounter. We have a human storm sorcerer, which, he has a magic effect in his hand, but really could just be general human magic user. Doesn't have to be a storm sorcerer. We have Veteran, which can just be, again, another martial option. Very pretty quick cape. And this is a Berserker. So, a little group of some people here. This barbarian-like guy here. Giant, ornate axe. Get box 5. Past the halfway mark, and what are we gonna see? Yes. We have a bear. The bear. Thank God. They don't like dragons? They eat dragons? Is that what they don't like? Live in caves. I've had a Underdoom encounter using one of these. But now I have a mini for it next time one shows up. So, bunch of legs and climb up and down on side of cliff walls. Look at the detail in the eye. And I mean, I know like a lot of this texture is just simple dry brushing, but it looks nice. We got a thug. So yeah, we're getting some good just people. Fill out the ranks of some general peoples. Oh. This is a flump. The emotion jellyfish creature thing. Which is silly. But sure, now I have a mini for it. Why not? Let's see what we got here. Another berserker. Which I think this is... Yeah, this is definitely different than our other berserker. So... Still on a X, but... Different sculpt there. Go to box 6. Doing well so far. This one, I look at it and I'm like, this is a weird looking dude. This is Muriel. So this is like a scorpion dude. Which, the fact that the scorpion... Like, I like my scorpion dudes to be more like centaurs, where you get the body of the scorpion and then the normal human part above. And this bug part continues up to, you know, you just have his face sticking out. But it's fine. It'll still work. I have a mini that's more like the centaur type from the Pathfinder set. And this will still work alongside it to make a companion fight with it. So, yeah, scorpion guy. Weird, niche, but it'll work. We had fallen out of its bag, another flump. We have Desmere Shadow Dusk. Okay. Heavily armored, probably specific individual from the adventure, but for me just heavily armored creature. Or it could be animated suit of armor even. And we have the Human Paladin of the Oath of Vengeance, which is a little more specific than we probably needed to be with this, but whatever. Human martial character. It's probably as specific as we really need to be, but... Our penultimate box here. Okay. We have a Coristo. And I'm thinking now, I might have gotten 3 boxes of this just loose on their own. Because I think I have him too. And the reason I think I remember that is because I feel like his legs don't support his weight. Because he's a heavy character. These little spindly legs. And I feel like I'd stored him standing up. And he'd ended up like bent over. So, store him laying down, I now know. But, large, very large demon. Like she goes up to his knee. Which, you know, that's the kind of thing that makes for a scary... You know, when you set that down on the battlefield, that scares your players. Like, that's a big thing. That's probably going to be tough. We have Thug Leader, which is a variant of that thug we had earlier. So with a crossbow. Definitely works to have alternates. Oh, and another thug to go with him. So we have 2 thugs and a thug leader. That is fine. More people is useful. Is this... this one looks clear. What is this? The Tiefling Battlemaster Invisible. Whatever. One of the invisible ones. Oh, particularly... it's because you see the straps through the shield that it's held on with. So it looks weird. I guess at least this is a invisible one that I at least have paired with a visible version, so... whatever. And our 8th and final box. It's not a whole lot better to get than what we've already gotten, so... although, this is putting up a good fight for it. A good attempt to be... this is Otto. The autopilot. I mean, the giant fairy dragon. Like, this is like a fairy dragon that is the size of a small dragon. You know. I want to compare it. Let's say this young adult red dragon. I mean, it's a little smaller, but usually fairy dragons are like small-sized creatures. You know, they're the size of a gnome, so is quite large compared to what fairy dragon usually is. They're pretty butterfly wings, so while I won't use it necessarily as Otto specifically, I could certainly come up with uses for a giant fairy dragon. Plus, it's just pretty. And what do we got here? Ah, the opposite of pretty. Bahur Hag. So, you know, I got other hags. Hags work in groups. We have a Trissom. It's like a winged cat. Which does not want to... there's the one to focus. Yeah, so winged cat. It's a small thing here. And finally, what's this here? We have a shadow. Oh, is that gonna... you can kind of fit a creature here to have it sneak up on you. So, because I left most of the base clear. Yeah, so you got a shadow. And so that is the brick of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Like I said, I had some of these minis going into it, but there were lots that I was missing. Getting the Zombie Beholder is awesome. The Remoraz was very much a win. The Bahur. I was wanting the... it's not expensive one to pick up secondary, but I was wanting the Robot Scorpion. The Fairy Dragon is cool, and then of the small ones, I mean, really it's the people. There's a lot of general just people, thugs, and whatever character minis that they're particularly useful. You know, I like having a large collection of those. They're the ones that often end up in the little drawers right beside me for where I run my games, and I have at least one full drawer always of just people, because people are relevant. You know, they're the ones that all of a sudden, oh, I was thinking this was a nice, friendly encounter over beers, and then all of a sudden you're drawing blades against them. Oh, now I need minis for these guys. You know, because you decided this was a combat encounter. But, you're gonna pick up the Icons of the Realms Dungeon of the Mad Mage online. Link to that below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff helps me out. What's your favorite mini from the set? I don't know. Comment something. Thank you for watching. Bye.